ranting, cussing, screaming, irate. Sometimes I just can't do it anymore. And no matter how much of a rotten shit, lying, scam, treasonous, fuck-stained, coward, wad, fucking douche of a country I live in, I get sick of it. I can't sustain that level of pissed offedness, for lack of a better word. That anger. Because I am angry. You know? I've had a lot of, you know, troubles and difficulties in my life, and you know, for a long time things were very, very difficult, and I finally got a handle on some of the difficulties I'd had before in the past, with finances and tickets and things of that nature, and I got my license back, and what do you know, I never got in trouble again. Gee, imagine that. And well, as soon as I get my license back, I start my own business after, you know, working several good jobs and getting a good start going. And as soon as things start to progress and come together for me, what happens? They start spraying poison. And I noticed, because it makes me sick. I mean, I can see it up there, and right now my nose hasn't started running yet, but it's windy and it hasn't hit the ground yet, but it's 10 minutes away. I mean, look how close it is. You know, there's some real clouds on the horizon down there, but yeah, they've sent about 500 jets over today already. It's only because it's windy that it's not completely whited out. Man, you know, I get back on my feet again and get things going, you know, in my mid-30s, and within 5 years they start spraying poison on us, and now they do it all day, every day, and fucking 10 million people live around here their whole lives. And suddenly this starts happening, and not one of them bat an eye or even think it's worth mentioning. In fact, if you talk to them about it, they didn't even notice. Gee whiz, how could you live in some place your whole damn life, you know, 30, 40, 50 years, and you're still alive, and you just never noticed that there were not a plane ever making a line behind it, ever, not once, ever, and you just slipped your mind now that there's 1,000 a day and that everybody has cancer. In fact, you know, when you watch YouTube or television or listen to the radio, the advertisers are insurance companies, which are owned by the banks and the government in collusion, the military, which is why I hardly ever listen to the radio anymore. I get tired of hearing these fag fuck commercials about, oh, support your wounded warriors and blah blah blah. You fucking retards. You deserve what you get. You should never go over there, you fucking sack of shit. You'll go and fucking murder somebody on the other side of the world based on something a faggoty old man said without even fucking trying to see for a second whether it's true or not? You're an immoral piece of shit. You don't deserve to come home. But that's another story. Fuck. What a retarded fucking country we live in. I've lost my point there. I'm not even mad. This is just kind of an average, you know? I wake up in the morning. For a minute, I'm like, I wonder, what is it that's troubling me? Something seems like oh yeah, that's right. They blew up the World Trade Centers in a controlled demolition. Everybody pretended that it was a fire and sent their kids off to murder people on the other side of the world. And because we're that stupid and we'll fall for that retarded bullshit, well, let's just spray them with poison, because they're too stupid to figure that out too. And even if they do, they'll just pretend that it's not happening. Oh, there's no connection between neurotoxins in the air by the millions of tons a day for year after year after year and cancer. There could be no connection between neurotoxins and neurological disorders. Ones that give you anxiety and depression and failing glands and tumors, which adds to your depression, right? Right. Man. A rotten crap hole. There are people out, some here now. It's usually, if they keep this pace up, then by 7 or 8 o'clock, it's going to be completely overcast with chemtrails. You won't even be able to see how many jets are going across because it will have whited out the sky. And even though it's a hot summer day, supposedly nice, this town will be a ghost town by 9:30 tonight. I grew up here and I know for a fact, in the summertime, weekday, weekend didn't make any difference. We were at the river, we were at the mountains, you know, things that don't cost a lot of money. We were hanging out with our friends, you know, on a regular basis. Every day, there's people out doing stuff till late at night. Look at this fucking shit right here. Fuck you faggot motherfuckers. People were doing stuff all the time here. I mean, they used to send the police out in force to Highway 99 to enforce cruising because the kids would be out here with their mini trucks, their low riders, their restored old cars, grandpa's car, whatever they get their hands on, blasting the stereo, hanging out in the parking lot, planning something for an after party until 2, 3 in the morning. That was the norm here. That's you know, how it went. Now kids just don't do that anymore. And people will say, well, you know, times have changed and the internet and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, right, whatever, fuck you. Young kids don't want to hang out with other young kids, try and get laid and fucking smoke pot and drink beer. Oh, they don't do that anymore. No, no, no. They sit at home with their fucking prescription drugs, right? Fucking snorting their pain pills and fuck. And dealing their methamphetamines that are supplied by the government and the police that hide when the chemtrails are sprayed. What a fucking ridiculous joke the fucking police are. And you faggot fucks ought to all be shot in the fucking face. You know? I'm gonna protect you. Wink, wink. You're the lowest scum in the fucking world. You're worse scum than Alex Jones. And that's saying something. What a shill fuck. AMR. You're gonna need a lot of ambulances around here when everybody starts getting their chemtrail strokes. Oh yeah, chemtrails. Aluminum oxide, oxide in general, it dries everything out. Dries out your body, dries out your sinuses, dries out your glands, and replaces them with little nanoparticles of metal in all their cells. And the magnetic walls of your cells, the zeta potential of your cells, is determined by the magnetic field strength. And the magnetic field strength keeps the health of the cell. It keeps the cell healthy. Because without a strong magnetic wall to define the boundary of the cell will begin to stick to other cells, glob up, become weak, non-motive, and begin to die and mutate, which is what we call cancer. Hello, McFly. You put a bunch of aluminum in a magnetic field, like particles of aluminum. Each particle of aluminum distracts and distorts the magnetic field. What do you think happens when you fill your body, which is magnetic? The shape of all of your cells is controlled by magnets, magnetism, the magnetism of that cell. We are electrical beings, electrical magnetic resonance beings. That's what we are made of. These people know that. Maybe you don't. Maybe you hadn't figured it out yet, but study Tesla. If you want to understand anything, you have to view the world in waves and frequencies. Oh yeah, Jesus is coming to save ya. Isn't that great? Man. Alright. Anyway. Well, we've arrived. I'm at my mom's house. Woo! Nice catch. I'm at Mom's. We can go do some laundry on this diseased, treason-filled, chemtrail-infested shithole of a fucking day. And look at, oh, isn't that cool? Oh gosh, only God can make a cloud. Oh wait, we can make a poison cloud. I guess we're gods.